Hello everybody and welcome back to Sussex Farm version 2. Now before we start today I just want to show you a few things that I actually missed on my update video. Now we have this area here and well, I'm assuming it's for the jet wash because I've placed a jet wash here, but the reason I missed it in my update video is because this was all covered with grass, same as some of the other areas, if you remember, like the airport and the potato factory. But let me just take you over there and show you what I did. I used the ground modification tool and I cleared all this grass here, well, as much of it as I could. I couldn't clear all this under the cars because, well, I couldn't get under there. And for some reason at the tip point here it wouldn't actually delete this grass, but I'm sure you'll agree it looks a whole lot better. And we do have another exit, is it this way? Yes, this way, which was also covered in grass, and I just cleared it all off so we can actually see where the entrance and exit points are now. As you can see, it takes you all the way around here to the road. And the airport, if you remember, you couldn't actually see anything here. But now I cleared it all up, and I'm actually glad I did, because there's you got a tip point here and you have a tip point here as well. Well, I'm not sure if it's a sell point or a buy point, but all will become clear very soon. And I cleared all this concrete here. I cleared inside the sheds and the runway, because if you remember, all this was just grass, but now, as you can see, there's a nice long runway there for the airplane to take off. Not that it does take off, but and the same with the actually, before I go that way, I did have a problem here. As you can see, there's a helipad sign here, but there's some strange things going on here. When I tried to clear the grass up, there seemed to be like a hidden collision or something, so I don't really know what was going on there. And as you can see, this path is all nice and clear now. Well, it was cleared up to here before, but I cleared up the entrance way here, and now we can actually get through. And someone asked me about the car wash. Now let me just remember where the car wash actually is. I think it's down there. Yeah, there it is, next door. Am I not going to be able to get out? I don't know if I can get out. Yeah, it's okay because the gates are open, because it's not actually 9 o'clock yet. Now with this car wash, you bring your car in, and or your tractor or harvester or whatever, and there's a panel here. And again, this was all covered with grass, so I used the ground modification tool to clear all this out as well. And as you can see on the F1 menu there, it says press 3 to start auto wash, but that doesn't actually do it. And if you press the left mouse button, it starts, but then it comes up with error reset auto wash. And I'm not sure why. You just do it and it starts and then it just brings up an error. So I don't know what's going on there, which is why I actually placed the jet wash at the farm itself. And as you can see on this map as well, I have one gold nugget left there, and I am going to be collecting that in a short while. In fact, if I run over there now, and yeah, the thing with the gold nuggets is they've actually been placed in some rather ingenious places. I mean, before the updates, there was, well, I thought there was a problem, but after seeing where he's placed these nuggets on this version, maybe the problem was me, not where the placements are. But I don't think that was the case, because in some of the areas where I was collecting the nuggets before, well, where I was trying to collect the nuggets before, it was open land and there was nothing there at all. As you can see, I've got my £1 million now, and the reason I waited until I got to collect them all until I got onto camera was just in case anybody thought I was cheating when I got like an extra £1 million. There was a couple of cats up there, I'd never noticed those before. Right, so what are we going to be doing today? Well, to start off, I am going to be mowing some grass, because well, I've when I take you over there, I will show you. I've created a bigger grass field than I had originally. Drop that off there, because if you remember, we had one grass field there, G1, and we had a field G11. Now what I did excuse me, what I did is I ploughed it all together, so to make one big grass field, because well, I only have 11 or 12 sheep, I think it is. Let me just check. Sheep, see, 12 sheep. And the idea is to well, to get a lot more, which is why I wanted the £1 million bonus from the gold nuggets. And if you remember, they were just there, just on the left hand side there by the silo, and once you collect those, it gives you the location of all the rest of them. And like I say, there's some of them are actually in ingenious places. Yeah, I actually found some in inside little sheds that I didn't actually know were sheds, because they just look like just the normal everyday objects that was there, but the door was open and that sort of thing. And well, I don't know if you remember on my walkthrough, I saw some rather large nuggets, and well, when I actually went searching for them, I actually found some rather small ones as well, and they're really difficult to find. They're only like little slithers, and yeah, like I say, they're pretty difficult to find. Right, let's just unfold these. And yeah, this is what I did, is I ploughed all this together, and let me just turn these on, and we'll go around, and I'll show you how far I actually got. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to I'll rake all this up, and I have I'm not going to go right to the edge, it doesn't really matter. Yeah, I'm going to rake it up. I'm going to keep some as feed for the sheep and the cows. I haven't decided whether I'm going to bale it or not yet, but I'm going to keep some for feed, and the rest is going to go into the silage maker, because I've bought a fermenting station, so that'll make silage and slurry, and then I can use the silage for the feed for the cows. But yeah, this is where the original field was, but as you can see, I've made it a lot bigger. Well, this field I'm not actually going to keep for the sheep, because I do have another grass field which is over by Plumpton Farm, and I'm going to be using that one for hay. So I'm going to make that into hay. Don't know if I'm going to bale it yet. And yeah, as you can see just there, I did have a bit of a problem when I was ploughing this along, because I had to use allow create fields, and for some reason, as I got to that bit there, it decided to plough underneath the fence as well. So I don't know why that was, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, don't worry, I'm not going to be showing you all of this. Oop, wrong button. I pressed the wrong button. There we go. Lift all of them up. Yeah, I think I'll just do a lot of it as a time lapse, and then I'll come back when it's almost done. so we've just got this little bit left here to do, and yeah, this has been fully fertilised. It's had 3 stages of fertilisation on it, so I should get quite a bit of grass off here. But like I said, I mean, I'm going to keep some of it for well, not this cut, but in future I will be keeping some for the cows, because at the minute I already have some grass bales for the cows and sheep. But like I said, I'm gonna start feeding hay to the sheep instead of grass. So I'm just cleaning up a little bit here and get as much of it as we can. And yeah, I'm just going to rake it up then and put it in the into the fermenter, the silage fermenter. Turn that off. Turn that off. Fold that up. I'm going to be using the same tractor for the rower, the windrow, because well, basically it's the only one that's got any power for the fields because of the inclines on the fields. Now I've got this here, and I've already put some grass in there, as you can see. Oh, a little bit too far there. As you can see, I've already got 23,000 litres of slurry and 105,000 litres of silage. So some of the grass does need to be put into the feed mixer for the cows, but at the moment it's at full capacity. I think it's got 15,000 litres of total mixed ration in there already. So, and it already has some grass and straw and things. So it's once I start emptying it, it will start making some more. So for the minute it's not actually a priority, but saying that, I do need to give my cows some power food anyway, so I will probably do that before the end of this episode. Lower that down, and this is the place I always keep my mowers. I always put them in the same place, so I think it's the best place for them. Oh, and I did mention about the maintenance shed as well. Now I did find a little bit of a problem. Let me just show you. If I open up the doors, they're going to open. There we go. Now there's a little control panel there, and this is where you drive. Now this is a new addition from the first version, and what you do, you actually go to here. I think it's the leftmost button, is it? No, 20. So you lift that up and see the well, actually works fine on this one now. Ah, there we go. See, once it goes up, so it's left mouse button to raise the lift, and right mouse button to lower it. But as you can see, tractor gets stuck up in the air. So the only way you get that back. Well, unless you customize it. If you customize it, then it's okay. It lowers it down, but it sort of knocks it about, so it doesn't put it in the right place. It sort of gets stuck. So what I have to do now is reset that. And if I go and enter that, I can show you where the reset point is as well, because I even though I mentioned it in the comments afterwards, I didn't. I did mean to show you in the video beforehand, before I ended the video, but I just forgot. But this is actually the reset point now, which is not far away from the farm. Got Plumpton Farm just there, and the main farm just up here. I think maybe it was Alien Jim's way of telling me that this is where all my vehicles usually end up anyway. Because after I've been driving them for a while, they usually end up in the scrapyard, so probably the best place to reset them. Woo! Right, so now we used to be able to go straight along that road back to the field, but for some reason you can't now, because well, I'd say for some reason, I know the reason, it's because there's a house there. And the footpath has been well, the track has been removed. There used to be an entrance just along here, but now there's a house. Where did I put my winrow? So you used to be able to go out there. I think you can still get through there, but not very nice to drive through someone else's property with your big dirty tractor, is it? But yeah, most of this, straighten up. Most of this this grass is going to be for the silage. Well, this, like I said, this cut, all of it's going to be for silage, but in future it'll be some for silage and some for the cows for bales. Right, well, let's get on with this, shall we? But yeah, like I said, I'm planning on getting more sheep. So I'd like your input, guys, on that. How many sheep do you think I should get? Oh, excuse me. Sorry about this, guys. I've got a bit of a croaky throat. It's the allergy season, and it's doesn't do me many favours. But yeah, like I say, I mean, at the minute I've got 12. But I do want to get more. I mean, I don't know. What do you think? Maybe another 50, or make it up to 100 or something. I'll let you guys decide that, and whatever you decide I will get in a future episode. I am planning on getting some pigs as well, and the reason for that, I wasn't going to, but since the updated version, the field prices have come down considerably. I don't know if you remember me mentioning about field 9, 10, 24 and 25 here, that I was planning on buying them. Well, as you can see there now, I've bought them. But the reason I didn't buy them in the first place is because they were going to cost something like £1.2 million to buy all four. And since the update, the well, they cost me about 50,000 in total, I think it was, or 60,000, something in those lines. So I thought, well, why not buy them, because they're so cheap. And the reason I thought about pigs is because they have we've got sugar beets, we've got corn, and we've got soybeans and canola. So basically that is everything that I need for the pigs. So I thought, well, if I've got the fields, I might as well buy some pigs as well. But just let me know what you think about that, and I will take everything under advisement. Right. Yeah, like I said, I'm just going to row this up now. And I'm doing 3 rows. I was going to go into the middle and do 4 rows, but for some reason it's just misses some of it. So it's not the best. So I just do 3 rows. And then that's fine. Oh, well, I think it's time for another time lapse, and I'll get back to you when I'm almost done out. So we just got like this little bit left to do now, and that's all the windrowing done. I mean, it might not be perfect, but I'm sure you'll agree it looks a lot neater than it did. And there's some little bits left lying around, but I can always get them with a collecting wagon. That's not a big problem. Yep, that's all that done. Right, actually I'll clear that. I'll clean that up before I turn the windrow off. Just here, isn't it? Yeah, just clean up this little bit here. Make it easy to collect. And you might have noticed there a couple of times where I didn't lift the windrow. Well, I did press the button, but it just didn't lift. And like I said before, look, if you can see the contour of the fields here, the way they go up and down, that's why I use the JCB. It's the only tractor I have powerful enough to do it, basically, because the hills are a little bit steeper than on some maps, which I mean is not a big problem. But yeah, and I've turned off the animal what's it called, animal table manners. So I did have that on, but I've decided to use the Lily Juno now instead. I think that makes it much easier and a little bit more realistic. I mean, I'm not going for realism, because basically I don't know how farms actually work, so I just go for what I think would be a little bit more realistic. Because obviously the animals wouldn't clean up after themselves, would they? So, and I do know that some farms actually do use the lilies. I know they're actually a real thing, so I decided to use that instead. Right, there's the tractor and the windrow clean. Yeah, this little space here, I'm not sure if it was in version 1, I can't actually remember, but I'm glad it's in this version anyway. Right, so go round and park this up. And I do, I always drive through before I try not to reverse some of these implements, because, well, as you all know, my reversing skills are not the best in the world. Yeah, let me just get my weight. Put that back on the tractor. Park up the tractor, and I'm going to leave this episode here, guys, because even though to you it may only be, I don't know, 20-25 minutes or something, because with the time lapses, it's actually took me over an hour in real time to do just that one field. Or yeah, in the next episode I'll probably be buying some more sheep. I'm not sure how many I'm gonna buy yet. I might just buy a few at a time until I get some input from you guys, and yeah, just see how many you think I should get. And I've got another question as well for you guys. because I did tell you that I've got this field here, which is quite a big field with sugar beets in. Now, which way do you think is the best for me to actually harvest this? Do you think I should buy the self-propelled one or the trailed harvester? Because, well, now I have my £1 million bonus, I could afford the big one, but I'm not sure if it would be feasible to do. Just let me know what you think about that. And these 4 fields, I have a plan. Again, I want your input on this. Now, if I go up, as you can see, all 4 fields are what I want to do basically is I want to plough them all together, leaving the big island in the middle as a sort of a feature. So like having one big field with the tree island in the centre, and I don't know what I'll be planting in there, just various different crops. So just let me know what you think about that. And I want to thank you all for watching. And landed in a cornfield. Yeah, I want to thank you all for watching, and if you do like the video, give it a big thumbs up, because I appreciate it all. And if you haven't already, please consider subscribing as well. And if you press the little notification button, you'll know when I do another video. So until next time, it's bye bye from me.